Good morning and welcome to Holding Your Space. I'm Jules from Learning to Listen, and we are all here together to start a brand new day. It is the 23rd of April. Time is flying by. It's crazy. Good morning, Sarah Broyles. Blessings for the galactic citizens. She may miss the chat again because she's feeling a nap creeping in. I'm 100% a fond of naps. It's a wonderful thing. Good morning, Barbara Berkman. Love and light to all this morning. She says she'll be lurking and listening because she didn't get much sleep last night. Did not sleep well. I don't know if anybody else had that experience. Definitely did not. Good morning, Stardust 315. Here comes the sun, at least on her coast. Hello and good morning to all. Hello, Paul. Good morning. Oh, yes, Paula says, hello, Jules. Can we say prayers for our Allie from the Heart and Soul Connected? She lost her dog last night and was wanting to say prayers and send hugs to her and her family. Absolutely. Definitely do that. Yeah, I saw that happened, and we definitely want to include all of them together. It's not much fun at all. It's just the saddest thing in the world. And then ah, we've all been there. At least many of us have. Ah, good morning, Amber Gloria. Good morning, Kelly, from Kelly's Journey. She says, good morning, everyone. I'm logged into my channel because I want to thank everyone for their lovely comments and support. Of course, you got it. That's where we are. That's what we do. And let's see. Paul says he has up into the 70s for Pennsylvania, going to the movies to see Michael today. Can't wait. Looking forward to that myself. That sounds like a lot of fun. Good morning, Teresa. Yes, for our Allie Alice. Lots of love to her. It's a big sweetie. Paul's going to go to the drive-in. Can you remember those days, anybody? Does anybody still have a drive-in anywhere? Oh my gosh. We used to have a lot of fun. Oh, turn off my phone. Paul's saying hello. Let's see, we got Butterfly coming in. Good morning from Canada. Oh, I'm sorry, Blue Butterfly, but it's me today, Terry. I'm going on through Terry's channel for the time being. So please say hello though, because you know what? I'm sure she would love the extra love and the greetings, and um that's wonderful. I'm glad you're here. And if you're looking for Terry, she has posted a few things, and she's doing a lot of great work. She's doing some workshops, took a break and had a vacation, and self-care nation. And then she'll probably be taking off and doing a few more things off and on to start off the summer nicely. So you could see her do a bunch of different things. So just go to her channel and start surfing around. You're going to see some good stuff. I'm sure she'd love to hear from everybody. Stardust 315 says, Jules, could you please put me on the prayer list? Mid-long fast, bad toothache. Oh, had to stop hang on. Keep her going and alive juices, serious catch 22. Let me see, where did it go? Uh-oh, I slipped through. I lost it. Hang on a second. Um, can't come out of the fast safely with the toothache. Ooh, that sounds complicated and deeply uncomfortable. Yeah, definitely. We got you, Stardust. You are right here. And of course, we're going to keep Kelly on the list. And Paul, you want to be on there? Ooh, okay. Paul's back in the kitchen. He's making chocolate bar for the movie night. Wonderful. Um, yes, it is. It's like losing a member of the family. They're like your best bud. They can even be closer than our family, I think, because they're the ones we touch all day and we feed them and they interact with us all day long. Uh I think it's really hard to lose your little buddies because they are part of the family. We had a big storm this week, and I was sitting there watching the wind whip around. It was too much to sit on the porch and do some watching the rain and listening to the birds and whatnot. It was just a total downpour with full on lightning and thunder and the lightning just shaking the house and the whole thing because we're in a particular zone where the lightning just comes through. And when there's going to be lightning, we lost our internet. I had to go and change our internet to another service. We went galactic this time, ladies and gentlemen. We certainly did. But as that was happening, the big storm, my little cat, Cinder, and she's fairly mute. Um, and you hear her, she goes, that's all she's got. And I just felt her and I looked up. She was soaked to the bone. I think it's the first time I have ever seen our little kitty just completely drenched. And she's just looking at me like, help me, please. We do sign language and lip reading, I think, with this kitty. Um, Man, that sounds like fun. Baking and going to the movies. Oh, yes, Teresa. Allie's connected to so many people on YouTube, and she is such a lovely lady. She is totally heart and soul connected, completely. Let's see what we got going on here. Candles are on for everyone in the chat. I love that. Thank you so much. Hello there, blueberry butterfly. I'm putting a new name on you, I guess. I hope you don't mind. I'm sorry. Blue butterfly. But if you try to say blueberry butterfly real quick, that'd be a tongue twister for sure. Oh, I know. It's terrible. All those precious pictures and then the picture of caramel and both of them together. Oh, Paul, you're a big sweetie. Well, we think of you often, Paul, and we're always hoping for you to have beautiful days in life, just like for everybody. Yeah, some people say that if you get the clove oil and you put it in on the affected area on your tooth, it can help a lot. And that's, of course, for entertainment purposes only. Because why? Because we are easily entertained here in the woo-woo community. It's my favorite thing to do, be a woo-woo. Good morning, Carolina. Yes, I will keep you on that list, Paul. Are you kidding? We're doing it. Yeah, responding to our every move, the dogs and the cats, and follow you in. I watched a wonderful thing on the cats. I saw my daughter's boyfriend walked into the bathroom, and the cat was right there with him. Now that's supposed to be my cat. I'm so jealous. And so she followed him to the door, and I watched a little short on when cats do that, that means that they're being protective of you, because when you have your guard down and you're resting or sleeping, or when we're in the privacy of the boudoirs, um, they'll come to stand guard. I thought that was pretty interesting. Oh yeah, and Paul lost his dog Holly last week, so she couldn't walk anymore. She was a 13-year-old, and she was a border collie. Amazing. She was, and miss her so. Something about the borders, Paul, I and it kind of makes me tear up a little bit. We had a litter, and we couldn't keep them, and then well, we kept one, but we couldn't keep them all, and they were adopted, and one was adopted by a little cowgirl. And we were at the rodeo a long time ago when my kids were all little, and we saw this border come out, and they said, "And here comes Cowboy." And it was our dog, Cowboy. And it was just so exciting. We all like teared up and went, "Oh my gosh, thank goodness somebody got a hold of her." And yeah, we called her a cowboy. And which was funny, we're always no fear about the gender bending business around our family, I'll tell you that much. Um, yes, Allie is one of the best in life. Are your ears burning yet, Allie dear? We're loving on you, saying hello, sending you lots of love, and we're all tearing up over our pups and kitties and everything. Bunch of mushies. Amber Gloria says after the week of rain, she had to fence off part of the yard. The dogs turned it into a mud pit. Today, finally cleaning the floors and make a rock path and put down some ground cover there where they dug it up. Nothing like a wild adventure and natural disaster and the dogs, and to get you to do something creative out in your yard. We often have that happen here. We have the pigs come through, and the turkeys are coming through. And let's see, we got the turkeys, quail, a pair of doves, all kinds of little small, sweetest little birds, um, little finches and things. And then we've got ravens and the hawks. See a few falcons, um, blue jays. We're into it. And occasionally a golden eagle or a bald eagle, because there's lots of different ponds and things in the local area. Oh, yes. And the pulling oils. Yeah, you're right, Amber Gloria. That's for sure. It kills the bacteria and will coat the area to help protect it. Paul's loving the sun in the morning. Good morning, Rush. Lovely to see you here. She says, it's good morning. Jules and tribal dancers. Ah, candles, hearts, lots of love. And Amber Gloria is also talking about her loss of her pup last Christmas. Her name was Lucy. Also couldn't walk anymore, about the same age. Best dog ever. Isn't that something? Yeah. I haven't had a dog for a long time. After my last one, I was like, you know what? I'm going to wait until we feel a little bit more ready to get a new puppy, because that's a wild adventure. Oh, we're so sorry for all of us losing our puppies, and everybody, all of you out there having a little wave of grief or a big wave of grief. Take that deep breath and hug yourself. You know what? I'm always looking at things and learning new things if I possibly can. And there's a woman who was talking about having given yourself a big hug and rocking back and forth is kind of like doing EMDR for anybody who has PTSD. Hello. I don't know how people get through life not being touched by it at some point, um, whether it's chronic or if it's just related directly to one single event. But she just said, if you just hug yourself and just rock back and forth a little bit, and that'll give you that, crossing over and working on bringing the left and right side of the brain together. It really does make a difference. In fact, anything you can do will do that. Binaural beats, working with your tuning forks. I like to do this yin and yang balancing thing here with the tuning forks. Oh, let's do it now. Everybody ready? Take a breath. We're going to try to balance this thing out. I don't know if you guys can hear this. It's a perfect fifth. It's the yang is 384 hertz and the yin is 256. 256 is very famous for doing many different things. Now, if you didn't hear it, well, oopsie. Uh-oh. Wasn't an earthquake, thank goodness. It was just me hitting my computer on this crazy stand I've got it on. Good morning, Miss Oracle Dolly. Can you add your husband, Rick, to the prayer circle? Yes. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer yesterday. Goodness gracious. I'm so sorry to hear that. Glad you guys are in it and taking care of it, though. You know, you're in the right space for support with that. I've definitely walked that adventure with loved ones. Blessings to you all. I'm going to go for the 432 on that one. Let's add a little bit of sound healing to the moment. Oh, I like that extra hug, Teresa Ford. I watched Dolly the other day. I caught the replay. I think as soon as my show was over or Annie Bear's show was over, I went and took a nap and I missed yours. And I love that chime that you have, Dolly. That's really beautiful. Amber says she woke up in the night and sat outside. Oh, very nice. Wow, the frogs, the crickets, etc. After the rain sounded like a different place out there. Didn't want to go back to bed. Isn't that nice? Isn't it nice to be able to do something like that? And if you can't sleep, to just wait until you relax and you just really want to go back and you're really ready to sink into a pillow. Mm. Good morning, Patricia Hernandez. Lovely to see you here this morning. Good morning, Jules and the Super Tribe. Been here all this week resting. Heating pad, she wraps around her at bedtime, broke now. She realizes how it helped me to sleep or helped her to sleep. I'm half reading, half third personing. Very little sleep the last 4 nights. Now she has a new one. Well, may you rest. Safe and restful sleep, sleep, sleep. I myself did not sleep, but maybe 2 hours last night. I was constantly turning and tossing and thinking and just feeling like, I'm going to sleep right after this. I will be going back to dream time right after this. Good morning, Liz. So happy to see you. And right, man, isn't it always great to be able to replace something if it breaks that you depend on every day? You know, I at one time bought two heating pads, one for my dad and one for myself, and we would both sit on the couch with them on our shoulders, and it was really nice. And so I now have an extra. We all fight over one of those. Oh, thanks, Paul, for welcoming everyone that's coming in. I don't know if Livs needs heating pads. She lives in a very warm area. I feel the power. Well, lots of theories about energy, where it goes, how it goes, where it moves, and usually it's still moving, whether it's going up and coming back and doing something cyclical, or if it's going out and winding its way through, and or connecting us all wherever we are. Rush is saying hi to everybody. Lovely to see you for sure. Good morning, Barbara Hartlove. Did you hear me calling your name? I was about ready to send you an email or something, say, hey, how are you doing? I haven't been able to get out to the coast. We've been doing a lot here and excited. The coast is going to come to me and we're going to go up to the high country and hang out at the family cabin situation and just really enjoy some time away. We'll still have internet because I think they do have Starlink, which is really important for safety and, when it's fire season and stuff like that. But it's nice to be able to stay connected. Okay, Paul's off getting ready to have some breakfast. He's going to have some eggs and bacon with a little honey on the top. That just sounds like so Southern to me. Love it. It's so good. Talk soon. Have a great day. You have a wonderful day yourself, young man, and enjoy that Michael Jackson action. Yeah, lots of hellos and whatnot. Good to see you, Patricia. We've had you on the list, and most everybody that's been on the list, I have this running list that I kind of keep handy because there's a few people that we still hold dear and know they're going through something that is you know it's not a one and done easy fix situation. We want to send them a lot of love, send them all the healing we can muster, and keep it going, keep it flowing. Oh, everybody's saying hi. Oh yeah, backup heating pad. If there's one thing, those aren't that expensive. Um, you just never know. Or even one of those heating pads. Remember the old ones? Where we used to just put the hot water in, and those are also good in case the electricity goes out. Most of us can find a way to heat some water if you have we've got lots of ways to do that out here because we live in a woodland area, so we have some cut wood. If I need to cook, I can do it outside. We have like a barbecue and we have um a propane stove in the house, so we can always turn that on and actually cook while we have no electricity. Never hurts to prepare. A lot of people are telling us to prepare in lots of ways, and I think that's something to really consider when we have. Oh, hey, what I do with my coffee? I'm not prepared for leaving my coffee in the other room. Talking about being prepared, I really wanted that coffee. Um, but yeah, just a little bit of preparation, a little bit of water. We actually can install a pump, a hand pump, for the well if needed. But right now, thank the goodnesses, thank all that is good that we don't have to do that kind of stuff here yet, or maybe never got away yet. Cancel, cancel, whoop whoop. Break that link, break that connection. Well, let's do that while we're at it here. Julie and her wild magic wands, her little selenite wands, breaking links. Everybody take a little breath. Wave your hands up over the back of your head and break your links to all others. And whether you sent yourself to someone else or someone sent their energy to you, but big, good, bad, or indifferent. Sorry for the stammer. But bring yourself into consciousness of yourself. Always, our chakras link up to other people's chakras. Sometimes we need to just put up a bubble, break those links, put up a bubble, and just not let anybody in for a minute, just to check ourselves. And then when we do that, we can send a heart link to the people that we might be having conflict with, people that we might need to have a space with. We don't want to hurt them. We don't want to hurt people. But sometimes we have to, oh, listen, sometimes I have to answer this really quick. I dialed my grandmother. Girl, I am the grandmother. Hello. I dialed my granddaughter by accident, fumbling with my phone, sound asleep in the night because I got a text from somebody else. And she's like, Grandma, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, baby, I'm doing good. Oh, I'll let her know later about fumbling my phone. How cute. Love that. Sorry for that personal moment here while we're having live action. But I encourage everybody, if something happens while we're doing all of any of this, please let us know it's happened. We've had live action. People have needed help, and more than happy to do that. And I appreciate your giving me the moment to, so my granddaughter didn't worry about what was going on at 6:30 in the morning. What the heck is that grandma doing? Oh, hey, you know what? That's a great idea, Barbara. If anybody sews, you could make your own even. You could just take some cotton fabric or whatever, you is comfortable on your skin, and you can make yourself your own heating pad. You can put it in the microwave or put them on a tray in the oven even. And you could put rice in it or lentils or, whatever you've got, really, whatever feels comfortable on you, depending on your sensitivities and things like that. Those are awesome. I have friends that are permanently disabled and well, they're coping with it and doing their best and exercising and, doing their thing with it. But they use a lot of things like they like the feeling of the deep heat, not the electrical heat that you get from heating up the rice or the lentils or the beans or whatever in the fabric. I've made a lot of those. Oh, Teresa, even loving energy can affect our ease simply because it's slightly different than our own. And to laugh, not to underestimate someone that cares, someone that is just extending a hand, getting a card in the mail. I have a friend that we send cards to each other. Little bitty card, little old fashioned cards that looks like she gets them at the secondhand store, which is adorable. Some of those, people are going through their, grandmother's things or something, and they find some cards from the 50s or, those beautiful little Valentines or something that they're so well and artistically done, it's a lot of fun. Sending cards, something old fashioned, done with your own hand, sending love to somebody. Ah, Sarah says she made it back to the land of the living. Woohoo! Glad to hear it. Yes, the vintage cards are cute. Yeah, it's fun getting things in the mail. It was fun when we were kids. I still love it. I try to keep some stamps around and and every now and then send some little gifts to people, something that I've made. I've probably made a couple hundred little like fleece blankets and babies receiving blankets and um, runners and holiday things and tree skirts. What a goofball. Good morning, Mr. White Dragon. How the heck are you doing this morning? Good to see you here from your travels, rescue missions. Who knows what you're doing out there? A card swap group. There's an idea. Because, I do not use some of these cards that I have here. And at some point, I do want to do some swapping or selling or giving away or something. I was collecting pretty heavy for a little bit, but some of them just don't appeal to me anymore. And there's lots of folks into all kinds of different tarot or oracle cards, and it's fun to share. I've offered them up. I try to toot my own horn here, but with an option that you can do if you have your crazy little, purchased without responsibility. Um, you might have a deck that's not really been used, or you bought yourself a duplicate. It's fun to share, especially a lot of folks would like to have some more decks, might only have one or two decks and that's it. Some people choose to just use the Rider-Waite Smith and that's it. And that's all they use. And that's okay. Whatever works for the way your intuition works. Mm-hmm. Commander White Dragon, blue light special. Says he's staying out of trouble, getting good sleep. That's good. I'm going to get some right after this. Amber Gloria says her daughter was shocked when she was cleaning her office, showed her letters from when she was deployed. You used to write letters, and that I had pen pals. Yeah, her daughter said you used to write letters, and that she had pen pals in other countries growing up. I love that. I think it's really a wonderful thing. Barbara Hartlove said she's a lot of thinking of cards that she got when her dad passed. Isn't that something? A lot of thinking of you cards when her dad passed. I saved all of those um, in the box of the brochures and programs for my father's service. I think I have them. I think we saved them for everybody. Lots of hellos. Oh no, you're fine, Miss Dolly. Miss Rachel Dolly girl. She got a phone call. Phone's been ringing off the hook for people calling to find out about Rick. Yes, it is exhausting. Therein lies some of the work is when you get sick or someone else gets sick or you know then we sometimes wait to tell. Sometimes you just have to tell people that's it. It's this has happened. Our lives just got flipped. So please, make me a casserole. Somebody, please. We're not okay today. We need a little extra love. And it does take a lot of work. So we'll be sending you a lot of love. I'm pretty sure you have a wonderful, loving group with people who have insane amounts of energy. I don't know how you guys are like a bunch of bubbles. And she's sending out the love and light. And I love that too. We can be going through something and we can still take a moment and share what we have with others. The light's for free. And the love, hopefully we have moved up into our high heart where we can say, You know what? We know where that love is. Hey, Gary for Grace 911. Good to see you here. Breaker, breaker. I don't know why I said that. It just reminded Breaker, breaker 911. Let's see. Oh, we love you too, sweetheart. Absolutely love you. You know, there's something about the energy and the connection. We come with a more open heart here into these spaces, and I find that absolutely refreshing. A place where we can take those deep breaths and know, hey, you know what? Before COVID, I felt I felt alone a lot. And you know, trying to keep to my own business, take care of my own life, and you know, you're busy and everything. But uh, coming into the group with with folks that feel the same way you do about a lot of overarching things and some of the basic principles of life, and the way we believe just maybe a little bit differently than a lot of folks. And I think that being able to be in these rooms and talk about some of the more esoteric arts, the softer arts, and the subtle senses and things like that really makes a big difference to find that support. Well, I'm not here to break anybody down, and I don't see anybody in anywhere in these rooms. That's why it's good to have a lot of mods. They say it affects some of our algorithm things, but I don't know. I prefer to have a bunch of mods because if somebody does make it through the force field, well, then we could just say no, thank you, sir, no, thank you, ma'am. We're not interested in bots today. So there's lots of love. How you been, Gary? What's going on? Nice to see you here. If anybody needs any extra prayers or needs to be on the list, please let me know. I know, right, Amber Gloria? There's been a rare breakthrough in the force field, but not much. Barbara says having the online tribe has helped me with my hermit. Yeah, I have been a hermit. I did solo while a hermit for probably about 4 years, actually. I was busy caring for my dad, and then the year after that, a lot going on. And then there's the self-care and the realization that you set yourself aside for a long time. That's a shocker. Yeah, don't go to the doctor. Don't find out what's going on with you. Yeah. Um, White Dragon has set up a link for a YouTube site where you can listen to chilling music for us. Chilling, what kind of chilling? As in cooling us down or uneasy. I'm like ready to stay in my nice easy mode. Ready for the easy mode? So, Dolly, Miss Beautiful, Beautiful, Bubbly Rachel. What is there any particular thing that you want us to focus on for you? Or just do a general where the love and the energy goes to with its own special little, it all knows where it's supposed to go, and that's just fine. I did learn something else that I wanted to share with everybody today because I think it helps in all of our processes with feeling good about who we are right now and really get in touch with the way we are manifesting things in the world. And was listening to Lee Harris, and he's on tour and he's kind of activating everywhere. And he's talking about the something for the collective and the soul of the collective, which is I love this. Oneness is the home of the soul. So if we are at home with the soul, our souls and our souls in our collective, then we are building that oneness. And this is my one of my little, I harp on these themes of peace and unity and love and throughout the world. And this concept of oneness and that we are linked. We're scientifically linked in so many ways. Our basic biochemical and elemental connections with each other. Also, something wonderful that I loved with this oneness and to be able to move forward with our life and our and deepening our understanding of consciousness is that we could release shame and move forward. Um, and I think that what he says is that we have to move into, or if we can, to move into a space of radical self-forgiveness. That when we're letting go of this, you know, come on, you got to get it right, thing that we, maybe our parents did or their parents did for whatever the reasons were, that we grow our mindset and we can get to the point where we can say, you know what? Maybe things really will be okay. Maybe I don't have to dig all the way back all the time. That we can just say, you know what? I'm going to put myself into a forward thinking direction. I don't want to be run by shame anymore. Shame, blame, you know, other people and whatnot that leads us down all kinds of little rabbit holes. And someone, if you guys are interested, someone who is really amazing about the shame, um, and the blame, and as an incredible researcher, I just love Brene Brown. Anything, Brene Brown. She's amazing. So that we can shift this um, fear, because shame is very fear-based. Will I be able to forgive myself? Will I be able to forgive someone else? Will anyone be able to forgive me or forgive themselves? Let ourselves not necessarily off the hook, but yeah, off the hook. Like, let's move forward and let's let all the old stuff go, because what do we have? But we have right now and where we want to go, which is into that oneness, that space of love and peace, right? Yeah. um I love this discussion here. um uh Amber Gloria says she lives back in the country now and she doesn't know anyone. My part-time job was in a high-end area and really didn't enjoy the energy of the people. So, she's fine with their dogs and nature for now. You know, um, I don't really particularly see dogs blaming us or shaming us for things. I kind of think they're excellent therapy uh, for Rick's mental health and physical health. Yes. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. We'll take the love and light anytime. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Um, Teresa says, may Rick be at ease always and in all ways. I don't know. You're channeling a friend of mine that passed in the last couple of years. She always said all, ALL, two words, ways. She was really something. She was a transitional therapist. So anybody who was in a deeply difficult transition, call her. That girl, she could get you through it. May Rick be at ease in always, in all days. Maybe, Paul says, maybe we don't get too many trolls because we're just too weird for them. Hey, if that works as a shield, put on your weird shield. Amber Gloria says, sending peace for Rick and rest and his amazing body to create the cells needed to heal. Yeah, come on, let's do that. Let's visualize those cells healing and signaling his own biopsychosocial system to engage Gary says that he has diabetes and he's taken Manjaro 40, no other meds. I hope it's working out for you. Um, I have been doing some of that and I'm not losing, a lot of weight because I definitely have that as a project. It's kind of complicated. But what it's done is it has helped keep my blood sugar lower. It's helping with some of the processes and some of the cravey things, some of the things, the loop that you're on when you are, you know, insulin resistant and whatever else the heck is going with our chemistries. Good for you. Amber says, we'll take it. If we're weird, that's it. Put that out as a neon sign. I'm a weirdo. Just go. Let's just all be kind to each other and go in our separate little spaces, whatever we do. Um, Liz and Ah says, Amber, wise choice. Loves this tribe, but loves the simpler life. Simplification turns out to be really cool. We live a pretty simple life here where I'm at as well. Teresa says, it's odd that we feel shame when we're growing rather than realizing we know better and can do better. Well, a lot of time, the shame makers, the shame givers, the shame, um, they can break us a little bit, it can break us down. And, it's a very abusive situation. And so it takes a little while to say, you know what, I'm not ashamed of myself for having this reaction, not ashamed of myself for taking time. I suffered underneath this, or this happened and I made a terrible mistake, or I did something terribly wrong, or I hurt people or something. Yeah, let's add that into our healing. Barbara says, may Rick find peace through his healing journey in his mind, body, and spirit. Right. Shame's looking backwards. And like, Wayne Dyer said, if you're out there in the water and you're in a boat and you're looking back at the wake, you're probably going to either hit somebody, hit the shore, or, something's not going to go right if you're not steering your own boat or driving your own car or looking forward. Do that 28 days of practice. Love over fear. Thank you, Annie Bear. Love over fear every time, all the time, and always, all your days. You know, give yourself that grace. Yeah, getting past the fear is the key to everything. We need to unify again. Oh, I love that so much. Thanks, Dolly. And Rick's a weirdo. Welcome to the Weirdo Club, everyone. As Terry says, let your freak flag fly, people. Okay, we got more prayers going. Hey, Jax. Nice to see you, darling. Oh, Gary. Yeah. Can I have you on the list still, Gary? I still kept you on the list. Let's visualize that a healthy A1C for Gary. Let's get you feeling good, huh? Let's get that thing going. It's already working. Congratulations, you're on the way. All right. We didn't meditate yet, guys. Let's just do a little quick one. All right, you're driving, be safe, okay, Jax? We'll catch you in a minute. Everybody ready? Let's just do a quick one. Try to keep it at an hour. Feel like we've incorporated a lot of things. Let's breathe. Breathe in that grace for yourself. And whenever you breathe in, even if it's not the deep reset breath, breathe in the sweetness of life and let go of fear and shame. Breathe in Love for yourself like you would love a baby or a puppy. Breathe in forgiveness for ourselves. The sweet, sweet scent of forgiveness. Maybe that's a rose. The highest vibrational scent. Attar of rose. Like you might find at holy places in the Middle East. Attar of rose. Let that wash over you. Let you feel that love, the love from the Creator, from love that all that is, the love that we feel in our moments of connection to our high hearts and the oneness of the world. When you lean over, you bend over and you grasp a flower and then you smell it like wafting. This is a science experiment. Do we feel that love? Do we feel that scent? Can we go easy on ourselves? Can we see ourselves as that beautiful flower, a beautiful nasturtium, a beautiful peony, a beautiful wild climbing rose, an iris, an orchid? Oh my God. Anything, any flower that's beautiful to you. We have so many different wildflowers that grow here. Look like in bright mustard, bright dandelion yellow, deep purple, soft pinkish purple, lupin, yerba flowers. When the different trees blossom and bloom, the bright pink of the red bud. Absolutely beautiful. And we are, too, the colors of this rainbow of life. Celebrate your true colors shining through. Be joyful for this day. Although we may have been laced with a little bit of loss, breathe in and be proud of yourself for walking the ways of loss, walking the ways of life and death and the in-between. Because we're resilient. And every time we walk through one of these circumstances, we are building our resilience little by little, taking stock of the ways that we stay connected and the ways that we help one another to build the communities that we're in, help repair and let go of the shames and the blames and the name calling and the sadness and all that. We don't need it anymore. If we're moving up into the higher dimensional, resonance and vibrational healing, the frequencies of love, let's breathe that in one more time before we come back, grounded in our connection to all the flowers that are growing in the earth, all the seeds that might be lying beneath the earth that are just waiting to reemerge. Oh, the scientists will say, that flower hasn't bloomed in years. Or we thought that this particular grain, was extinct, or this particular flower, or this bee, or this animal, or something. And look, there's evidence of it reemerging. New life, new growth, new ways of being with forgiveness for letting go. Breathe in one more time as you gather yourself back into your body and feel yourself freer, lighter. Maybe I am a flower petal. Maybe I'm just a flower, and maybe the bees are buzzing around so they can get the nectar or they can get the pollen. That's a nice thing to do. Visualize the bees being healthy as well. Happy flowers and happy bees to keep everything growing and life flowing and in all of this abundance. Breathe in. Bring yourself back. Wiggle your toes. Stop and get some flowers. Look at pictures of flowers. Get out your essences. Do something beautiful for yourself. Green tea, no caffeine at night. Good idea. I'm coming back. Amber Gloria says she uses an analogy when her dad taught her to drive a boat for life. Forgot about that. So your dad was a wise man. He knew about this boat business. Let's see, what else? Did I miss anything? Anybody that's been lurking? Blessings to everybody. Lots of love to everybody. Anybody that watches this in the future, I are in the time-space continuum. Lots of love to you. Lots of love to you and yours. For all those who's experienced grief, we're holding you in our hearts, holding you in our space of love and peace. And how beautiful it is that we have deep hearts that we love so much. Oh, how cute. Teresa says she often sees bees resting on the walkway when she's on her pre-dawn walk. I always thank them and pray for the little pollinators. She prays for all the pollinators. I love that. Sarah says, I am not a freak. I am wealthy, abundant. I'm a wealthy, abundant spark of the divine. I am love's light. I live in light because I am light. Yeah, and light cannot exist without equal dark. I accept my dark and my shadows. Absolutely. Oh, that reminds me. Denise McMullen, if you watch this later or you're lurking, go on my page, Jules Learning to Listen, and my email address is there. And I got the name of that movie with the dragon in it. So cool. Kind of a cornball rom-com, but the dragon was amazing. All right, you guys. Enjoy all of your beautiful days wherever you go, whatever you do. Lots of love to everybody. And let's all think of each other, lift each other up, and hold space. And Annie Bear will be here in her on her channel tomorrow, Standing in Light. And she'll be doing her thing, and then we'll start again next week doing the morning meditation tribe. Blessings to everybody, and have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for coming along. Bye-bye.